Credit reference bureaus are not the beasts which misinformation has painted them to be. They are simply custodians of credit history for individuals and businesses. There are 3 credit reference bureaus in Kenya, namely Metropol, Credit Info and Transline. According to the current regulations, financial institutions share their full credit history data of all their borrowers to all the bureaus.
So we look at your profile, that we can see what type of loans you take, who you take those loans from, and how you are servicing those loans.
I don't care for how long I've been having my Safaricom line, if I'm a Mamboga or a Boda person or Mkokoteni person. If you loan me and I can't pay, I throw that SIM card and I go get an. And this is the reality on the ground.
From the data shared with us by Metropol CRB, their database contains at least 16 million Kenyans, slightly higher than what has been referenced by the political class in their campaigns in the run-up to the 2022 general election.
One can say 6 million are blacklisted, but the total number of borrowers in the Credit Reference Bureau is 16 million.
So, do not be duped that anyone can delist you from CRB. By clearing your defaulted debts, the system automatically changes your status from a defaulter, and the only service you pay for is to acquire a clearance certificate, which is generated on demand.
Credit record that appears on your profile should be there for 5 years. After 5 years, we should remove it from the current active file and archive it.
In his campaign manifesto and inauguration speech, President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua hinted at working on a new CRB framework. While many took it for the abolition of CRB listing, Metropol Credit Reference Bureau's Managing Director Sam Omukoko says the framework would only entail refining the use of credit scores only to incentivize borrowers.
Lenders are now being told that the credit bureau system should be used not to deny borrowers loans, but to determine the price and terms that one can get money on.
Financial experts hint that some fintechs and microfinances have been using the CRB as a threat to clients, and while they engage high-risk borrowers without proper credit history, they are quick to update their status as defaulters.
We've seen the transference of problems from banks, from financial institutions, from fintechs, from their own problems to the common mwananchi, because there's no way I can be in a relationship with you, then you go and shame me.
The framework being proposed is meant to encourage Kenyans to build a proper credit score to enable them to have access to bigger loans at a lower interest rate and sometimes even without collateral.
Meaning there's some gaps that the government saw in the information, in the product that are being rolled out, and even the misinformation that the common mwananchi has.
Following a presidential directive to cushion Kenyans financially post-COVID, the Central Bank of Kenya announced the suspension of negative credit information exchange with credit bureaus for a period of 12 months lapsing September. This means that microfinances are set to make a comeback.
It doesn't mean that you are off the hook, because when they come back with that data, your profile will immediately start reflecting a default status.
David Kagina, K24, Nairobi.